2 centuries ago, fishermen from the Mozambique coast found refuge on the uninhabited islands of the Bazaruto Archipelago. In these windswept landscapes, amid the sand dunes, mangroves, and sea currents, they built an egalitarian society. Even today, their descendants, the Vahokas, continue to live according to these values, sharing the fruits of nature.
You guys have to row harder. Come on, lazy.
Harder, Mark. Today is a big day for us. It's the beginning of the fishing season. We finished pulling in the slack, cast the net into the water.
Okay. At the age of 27, Lewan has his own Tao, which means he's a man who commands respect. When he speaks, the whole community listens.
This is a really beautiful day for my people because without fishing, we'd have nothing to eat and a very poor life.
After casting the net 1 kilometer from the coast, we return to the beach. The whole village is gathered to drag the net, which weighs several tons.
You can head back down. Wait, I'll untie it.
We're heading back down.
He'll get tired if he pulls like that.
Go, Lewan!
Don't force it, Mark. There's no point.
Do we pull the net for long?
Yes, 3 hours.
3 hours. This goes on for 3 hours. One look at the faces tells you that the fishing was good. For the Vahokas, it's a good omen. It means that this year, the waters of the archipelago will be full of fish. The coming campaign should feed the entire village.
The fish we are picking out now are for the ceremony. You need different fish, big, small, black, white.
And the small fish are thrown back. Right in the face. It's full of life. Fishing is vital for the Vahokas. It allows them to feed themselves, but also to barter with people on the mainland. Under the watchful eyes of the elders, the fish is shared out amongst all the families. Equity is at the root of all social organization. Without it, this community of sailors could not survive. The songs and dances of the women honor their deceased ancestors, thanking them for this miraculous catch, which marks a return to abundance after several difficult months. The Bazaruto Archipelago is located about 15 kilometers from the coast of Mozambique. But strong winds, currents, and sandbanks cut these islands off from the rest of the continent. Bazaruto is the largest of the archipelago's 5 islands. Around 3,000 people live there, mostly Vahokas, divided into 7 communities. Lewan lives in the west of the island, in a hut in a camp sheltered from the wind by the huge dunes that cover the island.
Go get some chairs.
This is your entire family.
Yep, they're all part of my family. My mother, wife, children, nephews, and nieces.
It's a lot of people.
Yes, we're a large family. But everyone is a member of the Zivani family.
The Zivane family.
Yes, it means strength. Every morning, they all look up to me. I have to find them food, pay for their school, and everything else.
You're the head of the family.
Yes, I'm the family chief. I feel responsible for everyone here.
Since the death of his older brother, Lewan has also taken care of his 5 nephews. He raises them as his own children. Feeding the 19 people who live under his roof is a daily concern.
It's ready.
Thank you.
Share that with your brothers.
Leave some for the others.
Hey,
Children, sit down and be nice.
we share. And after, you wash your hands.
It's very good.
Our people, the Vahokas, were born from a man and a woman who came from the mainland to Bazaruto, fleeing the war. They came in canoes, but when they landed, they realized they were all alone on the archipelago. So they hooked up, started to have children. Their family name was Zivane, like almost everyone on this island today.
It's a bit like the story of Adam and Eve.
Yes, but at that time, it wasn't easy to find food. They ate whatever they could. They started fishing because they had more and more children to feed and there wasn't enough food on the land. Now it's my turn to fish for the Zivani family. Tomorrow we'll have to go fishing a long way away. We'll head out to sea for 2 or 3 days so that we can find plenty of food before coming back.
We aren't taking much for 2 days of fishing.
No, but that's how we do it. We use what we take. The rest we'll find on the spot. We'll fish it.
On board, all the crew are members of Lewan's family. With him are his 2 younger brothers, his uncle, and his 2 cousins. We head northwest of Bazaruto, where the warm, shallow waters abound with fish.
You can give me a hand. Come on, hoist on this side.
You want me to pull?
Yes, go ahead.
I see.
Come back down. Doesn't matter. Keep me steady.
Okay, no problem. Pretty good. He won't go any further.
That's good.
The wind is strong.
Come with me, Mark. Can you loosen the end? Loosen it. Hold the rudder. Pull. Not too much. You need to control the dhow, otherwise we might capsize.
I'll be careful.
Mind the wind. Hold the bar tight.
All right.
Pull. Now push.
Yes.
Push.
Okay.
Okay, it's hard to steer. You won.
Yeah.
Okay.
The swell and the wind blowing at more than 50 kilometers an hour could at any moment rip the tarpaulin that's acting as a sail and capsize the boat.
The wind has started to shift.
Navigating in these conditions is a real balancing act. As soon as any kind of wind gets up, the dhow begins to list dangerously.
Stabilizer with sandbags. The wind is too strong here. We'll take shelter in the mangrove. Slacken off a little. Have you got enough rope?
Not really.
Have you tied the sheet?
Yeah, I've done that.
Fasten it tight. As we get closer to the coast,
To land,
yes, the wind drops because of the shelter provided by the island.
is it calmer ashore?
Yes, the sand dunes act as windbreaks. But further out at sea, the wind is much stronger because it comes directly from the Indian Ocean.
Okay. Who taught you to sail?
My father taught me when I was 17. He agreed to teach me.
Did you want to become a sailor?
Yeah, I always wanted to do it. He started taking me fishing with him. It took me 5 years to manage to control the boat, but by the time I was 22, I was a confirmed sailor.
Lewan may be a seasoned sailor, but the wind is blowing too much for our boat. We are forced to seek shelter near the shore. The mangrove covering this part of the island provides an effective defense against gusts of wind. We take the opportunity to collect some shellfish for bait. For the children, this mangrove is also a playground, a miniature ocean.
This is where you learn to maneuver a boat. That's how I started, making boats like this.
Using these little boats is a good way to learn?
Yes, everyone is trying to make their own. You make the hull, you make the sail, and then you launch them to see how they sail.
It's so cool. That one sunk.
The sand stabilizes the boat. If you don't use sand, at the first gust of wind, the boat will sink.
Do your children also play with small boats?
Yes, my kids too.
You'd like them to build boats and be fishermen?
Yeah, I'd like my children to learn to be fishermen. Because here, if you don't know how to fish, you won't find enough food on land.
The wind finally drops. We can head back out. The low tide has redrawn the landscape, revealing huge sandbanks. We have to find a way through this maze. Lewan scans the surface of the water as if reading a nautical chart.
I see foam over there. Must be the shallows. You think we'll get through?
The tide's low, but I think we'll get through. Go ahead, you still have some room. A little more. You need less sail.
You reset everything because of the sandbank.
Yes, as you get closer to the sand, you don't want the dhow to lean too much. The dhow is best because it's a shallow draft boat.
Because the boat doesn't actually have a keel.
Yes, if we carry on like this, we'll hit the sandbanks. I'm looking for the channel that will allow us to get through safely.
The dhow's crew maneuvers the vessel, moving as one. At the slightest signal from the lookout, the boat must tack to avoid running aground.
We got a meter of water here, we're fine.
We're not going to hit the ridge?
No, the hull can get through.
Be very careful. Check under the bow. Can you see the bottom?
Less than a meter, we need to turn.
Okay, I'm turning. Mark, we're going to start fishing.
All right.
This is a good spot.
Right here.
Yes. Now, I'll show you how we Vahokas fish. This is good bait. We also use squid. It depends on the place and the fish. The good thing is we don't need any money. Everything we need, we find in the wild. You just need your strength.
Yes.
I'm preparing a line for you so that you can fish too.
You cast several?
Yes.
All right.
There.
Then the sinker,
Hold it here.
like this. Then off we go. Okay. You let it go?
Casa apa na waya mo? Iya naman eh.
I've got one. What kind of fish is it?
A grouper.
It's a nice one.
Oh, he broke his line.
I lost it. It was huge.
You're not afraid to start a fire inside the boat?
No, I'm not worried. We don't have an engine, just a sail. It means you can make a fire. There's no fuel on board that might go up, so it isn't dangerous. This way, when we're hungry, we can cook on board. We grill our fish. It means we can stick it out at sea for 2 days.
How do you manage at night?
We carry on fishing, each with their own line. You fish all night. And when you're tired, you take a jacket if you're cold, pull in your line, and lie down inside the boat. As captain, I have to control the boat, but if I'm very tired, I sleep there. That's my place.
You sleep here.
Yeah, that's my bed.
So that's your bed. Where do I sleep?
You sleep here, at the bottom of the boat with the others.
This is really a new adventure for me. I'm usually all alone on a big boat, whereas here I'm with a whole family on a small boat.
We Vahokas survive thanks to our boats and thanks to our family. And that's just fine. A shark! A shark! I lost it.
A small shark. It was beautiful. Are you happy with your catch? Was it a good night?
Yeah, we worked well. Caught a lot of fish. It was a very good night. Now we can take the fish home, feed our children, and continue to live well. Come on, let's go home. Time to go home.
Exhausted, we begin the long journey back to the village. There, beside the sand dunes, the rest of the family is waiting for us. For the Vahokas, every individual, young or old, male or female, is part of a whole. Without this unity, these sailors of the sands could not survive.